welcome. Yeah, I love a little song. So we're in the year 2020, and I know a lot of you are probably going to be starting these New Year's resolutions. I get it, I hear it. I'm not against it. However, I feel that there's something that, bear with me now, I think there's something that people miss. And I'm going to give you the 4 things that I do when starting a new year. Okay, let me be real. This is the first year that we started this. However, I'm going to tell you why it's going to work. Halfway through this year, I changed everything. I changed the way I thought. I changed the things I was doing, the way that I was planning and doing goals. Guys, in 6 months, I have achieved so much more. And I'm just going to use what I've been doing the past 6 months and do it again for the whole year this time. I'm so excited. I am excited for 2020. I don't think I've ever been excited for a year, but I am excited for 2020 because everything is different. And I want to share with you what my plan is and what we're doing. I want you to come on the journey. Okay, so there's 4 things that you need to do in order to prepare for 2020. I'm going to start with the thing a lot of people don't tell you. Are you ready? Number 1 is to reflect. Now 2020 comes, the 1st of January, yay, everyone's happy, everyone sends lots of messages, and then you can't get the messages coming through to your phone. And then they say they're going to have this goal, and the goal is, I don't know, I'm going to lose weight and go to the gym. But the problem is they didn't think about what happened last year, what didn't work last year, why it didn't work, so that they can learn from those lessons. It's a real issue. And so you can't plan for 2020, you can't make new goals for 2020, you can't have a new set of things that you want to achieve in 2020 if you haven't reflected and thought about what didn't work in 2019. Ladies, please, please, please. Let's be real. As a mum, there's not much time. My thinking time is in the shower. If I'm lucky and it's more than 2 minutes. Find a time for you to stop, think and reflect. I speak about this a lot. If you don't know already, I coach mummies to empower them to establish simple routines for their homes and for their families. And I also help them to achieve their goals. And one of the main things that I do with my clients is encourage them to reflect. Okay, how do I do this? Simple things like asking yourself, well, what did go well? What didn't go well? Why was I putting on an extra £5 for the year? What is it that actually happened that caused me to do it? Was it your emotional well-being? Was it you felt stressed? Was it you felt everything was disorganized? Because if that's the case, having the goal of losing weight is great, but there's other things that you need to put in place so that you can achieve that goal. So let's say, for example, one of the reasons why you didn't lose weight last year was because it was really hectic in the home and you felt really overwhelmed and a bit stressed out, and so you ate to comfort eat, and because you were eating to comfort eat, you put on those extra pounds that you didn't want to put on. So this year you're losing the weight, which you can, but if you don't address the issue, the real issue, which is your comfort eating, and the comfort eating is a result of you feeling super overwhelmed at the home, you're not going to really lose that weight. Or you might do, but it will just come straight back on when you get to that overwhelmed feeling again. And so really it's, okay, so how do I stop myself from being overwhelmed so that I don't comfort eat, so I don't put on the weight and I can lose the weight? I hope that makes sense. So number 1 is to reflect. I will link below a document that you can have for free. Just click the link and it will give you questions to help you to reflect on 2019 so that you can learn lessons from 2019 and work on them for 2020. So don't miss that point. So we're going to reflect. Reflect is number 1. Number 2 is then to plan. I love, is that hard? I love planning. Anyway, I actually fully fledged love planning. This is the fun part. This is when you're like, okay, this is what I intend to do for 2020. I'm going to, so for example, if you know me, I love all things Spanish. I'm going to speak fluent Spanish. I'm going to Spain for at least 4 weeks of the year next year. It's a goal. It's going to happen. I've actually already booked my ticket for 3 weeks, which means I just need to go back for 1 more week. I intend to make this a reality. And so you write down your overall goal for the year. And then what you do is you have monthly goals, weekly goals, and daily goals. Here's the example. We'll use me. I don't mind. We'll use me. So my goal is to speak fluent Spanish. For the month of January, what I intend to do is to read, watch shows, watch something, and to do as much listening as possible. That's what I'm going to be doing for January. And to have a good plan, a good solid study plan. Each week I will then need to say what it is I'm reading. So I don't know, let's read a book on motherhood, for example. So week 1, read a book on motherhood and listen to the audio while I'm reading. So I've got my listening and my reading, and explain to my friend at the end of the week what it is that I've read. Perfect. And my daily plan would be read 4 pages of my book each day and listen to those 4 pages. Do you see what I mean? So it's gone from this really huge goal that seems really impossible to achieve to smaller goals, to even smaller goals, to really manageable goals. And that's how you plan. So you need to have a really good, solid plan. Then, número 3, Spanish. Number 3 is to then write it down and say it. So I want you to write it down on a piece of paper, make a vision board, put it up on your wall, make sure you can see it daily. This is what I'm going to achieve. And then what you do is you say it. I am going to speak more Spanish today. Standards. That's what we're doing. When you say it and you say these affirmations, you will do it. It's the strangest thing ever. I tried it. I would tell myself, I'm speaking more Spanish today. And my brain found ways, little ways for me to speak more Spanish, because I'd already said that's what I'm going to do today. There is power in the tongue. So number 1, reflect. Number 2, plan. Number 3, write it down and say it daily. And this is a really weird way to do number 4. Number 4 is commit it to prayer, or cover it in prayer. I am a Christian, and I believe that there is a being that created me and has more power than I could even imagine. I believe that the plans that he has for me are beyond the plans, the little menial, itty bitty plans that I have. He wants so much more for me. And so this year, I intend to commit everything that I have planned to the Most High. And if it's what he wants for my life, it will go more than I can even envisage. Envisage. You know what I'm saying, right? So, reflect, plan, write it down and say it, and cover it and commit it in prayer. Ladies, I know that you are going to have an amazing 2020. Let me know below what your goals are. I want to hear your goals. I want to be rooting for you. I want to be your accountability partner. I want to be there with you through it all. Message me, send me a comment below. You can find us on Instagram at Preparing the Home. I'm excited. I'm actually excited. I can't wait. I hope you have a great day and keep smiling. Be blessed. You are amazing. Ciao, mama.